Hi everybody, it's Andrew with Completely Irrelevant. Today I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do to make your home more, well, you and your family more self-sufficient. Now the first thing that I did when I bought this house is I put in a wood stove. Now, having a wood stove and cutting your own firewood does take time. It's probably the biggest investment in my time that I've done for myself and my family, but the payoff is also pretty great. Another thing that you can do is put in a fruit tree. These are 2 peach trees that I put in the beginning of this year. As you can see, the one on the left is going bananas. It is huge, and if you get them at the right time of the year, you can get them very reasonably priced. I think I got both of these. I think they're about $13 a piece, and that was at the beginning of bare root tree season, which is in February. Another thing that you could do is I've got these blueberry plants that I'm eventually going to propagate so that I can have my U-pick farm. And I've got 5 over here. This is an apple tree that I dug up out of somebody's yard. They didn't want it, and they said, come get it. And I picked it up and put it in the trunk of my car. It's crazy. Drove it through town. But this was free apple tree. Another thing that we have are rabbits. You know, they're really minimal costs. I think we got these hutches for free. I think we, paid a few bucks for the rabbits, but the water bottles are the most expensive thing. I think those are about $8. Here's my kindling pile, some more rabbits. And you could have less rabbits, you could have more rabbits. It all depends on how much time and effort you want to put into being self-sufficient. Look at this rabbit. Somebody gave us this rabbit yesterday in this hutch, and somehow it got out of there. Come here, you. It's funny. Here's a cherry tree that one of my free-range rabbits has been digging up the roots, but this one's about 2 years old, and I think I paid $15 or something for it, $20. But in a couple years, that's going to be producing fruit for me. And one of the things that the message I want to get across is do what you can when you can. If you can only afford one fruit tree, get the kind that you want, plant it, and then the next year, when you have another extra $20, plant another fruit tree. Or you could take cuttings and propagate that fruit tree. Here's a big plum tree that was here when we moved in. They're okay. I'm gonna graft it over, I think, eventually. And here's all our chickens. Again, I think we paid a few dollars for the chickens. Somebody gave us this chicken coop. The water cost a couple bucks. And then these T-posts that I've got for the fence, I don't know, they're like $3 a piece, and then the fencing was like, I don't know, $20. So I've got, $30 maybe into this whole setup. And they're really inexpensive, and give you free eggs, which is great. There's another extra chicken coop that we have. It's hard to make time to keep things tidy when you got a bunch of kids running around. And then here's this year I kind of made a big investment, and I bought 15 fruit trees, I think, and I think they were all $13. I got a fig that was like $30, but other than that, all these trees, I think I paid $13 a piece for them. Now, people are going to ask, why do you have them in these, grow bags? Well, the reason is pretty simple. As you can see, my property used to be parking lot for a logging company. So underneath my grass is all asphalt, and it's really terrible to dig it up. So we're not going to live here forever. And I made the decision to buy these trees and put them in smart pots so that they'll grow and they'll mature, but we can take them with us when we move, and I don't have to dig up all this asphalt, which is pretty terrible. I mean, I've got, let's see, which one is this? I believe this is a plum. This is an apple. There's another apple. Kids love apples. Can't go wrong. And then little nectarine tree. Man, these leaves are so pretty this time of the year. Here's another apple. This is it's got 3 grafts on it, 3 different types of apples. Can't remember what they are. John O'Gold, Granny Smith, and this, I believe this one is a Santa Rosa plum. So, like I'm trying to get across, you don't have to get, 15 fruit trees. Oh, and a couple of them died. 10 plus 2, 13, 14. So I've got 14 fruit trees, but you don't have to get 14 one year. You could spread it out over several years, however much you want to invest. And then I've got a couple more blueberries over here. There was a cute little pumpkin patch we had over here and some zucchini plants, but it's the end of the season, so they're not around. And you can see free range, knotted up. And then I've got these raspberries, which I dug up from my dad's house and transplanted them a few years ago. And raspberries are great. They're really easy. All you got to do is at the end of the season, you go and you cut them down like 8 inches to the ground, and then the next year they all produce fruit on the new growth. So every year you are getting basically a new raspberry patch, and we get a decent amount of raspberries out of here. My kids are out here during the season all the time, picking raspberries and eating them. Look at this one we found, Dad. The only one that I did buy was this golden raspberry, and man, those are delicious. And then here's that fig tree I was talking about. I think this one was $30. It's a blackjack fig, and I got a couple figs off of that this year, and they were delicious. And then got another blueberries. Man, some of them are so gorgeous this time of the year. I love that color. But I live on a 1/4 acre, and this is most of my backyard. So you can see how much space we have that we could be doing things with that we're not doing anything with. So don't let anybody tell you that you don't have enough space. You can't grow a fruit tree. You don't have space for a garden, because where there's a will, there's a way. And if you want to, you can make it happen. So, depending on how much time you want to invest, and how much money, more importantly, probably, you can, you can do this stuff too. You could have 15 fruit trees. You could have a raspberry patch. You could have the start of a blueberry farm. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and have a great day. And always remember, this is completely irrelevant.